Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show doing a news video tonight. We're going to start some wrestling here. So, WWE Crown Jewel for 2025 has officially been announced for Saturday, October 11th, live from Perth, Australia. We'll have Saturday, October 11th, then, or no, 10th, the 10th, excuse me, start of the weekend for October 10th on Friday for SmackDown. October 11th, Saturday for Crown Jewel, Monday, October 13th. Is this the first Crown Jewel not in Saudi? I mean, they're getting the Royal Rumble next year, so makes sense. Apparently, WWE, this is via PW Insider, they've made cuts in several departments, including creative services, photography, and more today. Christine Lubrano, who served as the Senior Vice President of Creative Writing Operations at a part of the company. The belief is at least 10 to 12 staffers were cut today, possibly more. So, this isn't wrestlers, but there could be some cuts at times, but cuts when you're charging $30K for tickets. So you can cut your staff, like, whatever, dude. This is just TKO fingerprints on it, all over it. WWE's abandoned their trademark filing for Edge. Well, maybe he could get his name back in WWE, have it be Edge and not have it be Cope. A WWE draft is expected sometime this year via WrestleVote's Radio Backstage Pass. But why? Like, do we really need... It's so they can do a pointless draft and do nothing with it. I mean, we just don't need the WWE draft at this point. Like, it doesn't value anything. So, Liv Morgan apparently with the movie or whatever it is, some type of film or whatever it is, there are no plans for her and Raquel to be stripped of the women's tag title. She should be back on TV within a month or so, if not sooner. So, it's not really going to be too long where she's off TV. Happy birthdays to Tiffany Stratton and Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's actually 37. I didn't know he was 37. So Kiana James, who? Oh yeah, her. She's expected back on TV soon. The company's very high on her and has impressed a lot of people with her work in the ring. Via WrestleVote's Radio Backstage Pass. Where's she been? She injured? She tore her ACL or something? Is that why she's been out? I forgot about her. I didn't even know she was injured, to be honest. So via WrestleVote's Radio Backstage Pass, apparently Jeff Cobb looks to be main roster bound in WWE. I mean, I've never seen him wrestle. Hopefully he's good. So Ricochet, he says that WWE ruined his love and passion from pro wrestling whilst AEW helped him regain it. Okay, man. Just bum out of here, man. Nobody cares about Ricochet 2025. John Moxley and Samoa Joe in a steel cage match in 2 weeks for the AEW Championship. Yeah, we're going to see another shitty shitty main event with John Moxley, where he inevitably retains the title. Liv Morgan's going to be cast in a Bad Lieutenant Tokyo. Apparently is what it is. Man, I really don't know much about this, honestly, so I'm not going to comment much about it. But the way some of you people talked about it was like, oh, she's going to be in a Marvel movie. I'm like, come on, dude. So, Stone Cold Steve Austin was asked on his take on WWE, kind of peeling the curtain back with the upcoming kind of behind the scenes documentary and putting ads all over the product. You know, documentary, kind of some behind the scenes stuff, you know, with the creative. He says, you know, he's still a bit old school. And you can read the quote if you want to. I don't know, man. I just don't like all this shit with TKO, man. Stone Cold says doing an exhibition match would be fun. Maybe if he had that knee replaced a few months ago. It's still going to take time to heal. He praised Io, Bianca, and Rhea's match from WrestleMania 41. One of the best matches of that weekend. Nikki Bella is open to a reboot of Total Divas. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. Adam Copeland reveals that it takes a good weight to walk normally after a match. Holy shit, man. You gotta hang it up at this point. Nick Collins says to never hire people who do out-of-office replies when talking about culture building. Oh, my lord, man. If you're seeing all this shit, man, it sounds like it kind of sounds like a miserable place to work. The more these suits and the final boss talk, the more they look like assholes at this point, man. The more and more they talk. The match between John Cena and Randy Orton is now officially labeled as One Last Time. So, one last time where they'll inevitably have John Cena retain. We can expect Roman Reigns back on TV around early June via WrestleVotes. June? Is that what, another month? Is there a reason he always leaves at the height of the storyline he's involved in? Like, I know it just started, but like, come on, man. Like, I swear, like, he's a part-timer. I know he's a part-timer, but Jesus, man. No consistency with this shit, man. No fucking consistency. So Saturday night main event will be May 24th. So that's the next Saturday night main event show. Drew McIntyre is said to be lined up for a major film role. I think that's all the wrestling stuff here. So I'll talk about some NASCAR news quickly to get this out of the way. So, from Tech, Larson and Berry's cars were good in the R&D Tech. So Matt Benedetto and Austin Green have been docked 20 driver and owner points and 5 playoff points, and the team fined $25K for a rear bumper cover violation found in the Xfinity pre-qualifying pre-race tech at Talladega. So, always these penalties every fucking week. So, North Carolina judge denies Legacy Motor Club motion for preliminary injunction to keep Rick Roy Racing from making any moves with the charter that is part of their legal dispute according to online court records hearing held earlier today. Yeah, all this for Rick Roy Racing to continue competing for last in the point standings. I don't have a dog in this fight, man. Texas purses, all the money, Cup $11 million, Xfinity $1 million, $1.6 million, and trucks is $782,000. Now I get why the trucks only get like 32 entries every week. Connor Zilch is out for this weekend's race at Texas because of the lower back injury he suffered at the end of that race. It was a big hit. I said it then, and I don't think I done a recap for that race, but agreed with the caution, and he suffered a bad injury. But remember, it shouldn't have been a caution according to some people. I just don't like the inside of that wall sticks out. Just don't like that. But Kyle Larson will be filling in for Zilch this weekend, the number 88 car at Texas. I mean, they need somebody to fit that. See, I'm sure Raja could too, but they probably like Larson. Because Junior Motorsports, Hendrick affiliated. So, yeah, the Xfinity Series off 2 weeks, so he'll probably be back at Charlotte. most likely, and he's been granted a waiver. He's granted a waiver, and he remains qualified for the playoffs. He's gonna probably miss a race, but NASCAR confirms he has a waiver to remain playoff eligible and keep his playoff points because it's a medical. Pocono Truck Race is sponsor. The Militech Battery 200. Let's see what else we have here. And go over the Texas schedule. Friday, 2:35 truck practice and qualifying, 5:05 Xfinity practice qualifying, 8 p.m. the FS1 pre-race, 8:22. The truck green flag, it's going to be in the 70s and a 60% chance of rain. So, Saturday, 11:05 prime cut practice qualifying, 1:30 CW pre-race, 2:05 green flag for the Xfinity race, 2 p.m. NASCAR race day Sunday on FS1, and then 3:30 the Cup race at Texas. So, get your pillows, get your blankets, get your teddy bears out for the Texas weekend. So, about some NBA news, man. Paul Pierce, he says it's time for the Lakers to move on from the LeBron James era. And they're not going to until he retires, so there's no point in talking about that until he retires. So, Jay Williams questions why Jason Tatum isn't considered the face of the NBA after consistently making deep playoff runs, while Anthony Edwards gets that recognition mainly because of his personality. I mean, you want a player with personality that can hoop. Just because he had one bad game in game, 6? Game 5? Doesn't make him shouldn't make him, he can't be a face in the NBA. Shams Charania said the rest of the league is bracing for some level of change to come to the Celtics from their roster this offseason. Eyes emoji. I don't know what they're going to do. Watch them flip Porzingis for a good player. Kendrick Perkins, Luka Doncic is the worst defensive star that we've seen in the modern era of basketball, period. I mean, he's a really bad defensive player, but I would prefer some West to say this and not Kendrick Perkins. Shams expects LeBron James to continue playing. Bryce is going to be potentially draft eligible in 26. LeBron's got a $54 million player option. He probably opts into that. We're just going to have that fake retirement gimmick. Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks could have parted ways this offseason if he hadn't gotten hurt. So, there's a possible way they could have parted ways if he didn't get injured. Kyle Anderson on the Cavs talked about him. He said, they look like a better team without Garland on the floor. Oh. Okay, man. Brian Windhorst says, J.J. Redick coached in a very immature way. Freddie Van Vliet says the only shooting guard in the NBA who might have more upside than Jalen Green is Anthony Edwards. Okay, dude. The Bucks and Giannis are scheduled to meet after the season to discuss both his future and future plans for the team. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Tyrese Halliburton's father, had a little situation a few nights ago, and people were saying, he should get banned from arenas for the rest of the season. Stephen A. says it's time for Pat Riley to step down, and Scottie Pippen Jr. says their series against the Thunder could have gone either way if John Morant hadn't gotten hurt. Yeah, sure, man. You would lose probably in 5 games instead of 4. So, let's talk about a little NFL in the video. An anonymous NFL GM says that Shedeur Sanders seemed to approach the pre-draft process as if he was being recruited, not interviewed. I mean, this doesn't surprise me here. Ashton Jeanty won number 2 for the Raiders. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur doesn't have, there's no beef with him and Ben Johnson. I mean, you kind of have to beef now because you're rivals. Isaac Tesla picked in the 3rd round. Brad Holmes, that was his favorite wide receiver in the 2025 draft. We'll see if he's actually good. The Titans are hoping for Treylon Burks to step up after declining his 5th-year option. I don't think he'll step up or show any flashes, man. Elliot Wolf says he wants to see Drake May take a step forward in the leadership role. The Packers are declining the 5th-year option on Quay Walker's rookie deal. A potential trade of Jalen Ramsey back to the Rams will likely require the Dolphins to take a chunk of his salary, which is $24 million. The Bears are very serious about potentially signing Nick Chubb, a free agent running back. The Bengals are likely to release Jermaine Pratt, veteran linebacker, at some point. Jonathan Gannon's expecting a big leap from Marvin Harrison Jr. in year 2. The Bills are signing Elijah Moore, wide receiver, to a 1-year deal. Jeff Spurbick, a friend of John Elway, passed away. The Jets and second-year QB Jordan Travis formed the team that will retire. And the NFL found the Falcons $350,000, Jeff Ulbricht $100,000. So yeah, so I'll see you. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Have a good night.